Hello and welcome to the Monday Morning Wrap here on Sports Tree Ltd. Folks, I'm Connor Roundtree and we're going to jump right into this week's episode with our weekend wrap-up. Starting it out on the NASCAR circuit, Ryan Blaney won the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. On the PGA Tour, Matt Jones dominated the Honda Classic. He shot a course record 61 to open up the tournament and didn't look back, winning the tournament by a total of 5 strokes. The tour continues at the Corrales Golf Club for the Punta Cana Open this weekend. UFC Vegas 22, another main event victory for us here on Sports Tree Ltd. We are on fire. Derek Brunson pulled off another upset against another up-and-coming fighter. Like we said on Trees 3, he wrestled Holland down and beat him up. Takedowns were the difference. In March Madness, it was an insane weekend full of upsets. Syracuse and Oregon State, 11th and 12th seeds respectively, advanced to the Sweet 16 next Saturday. And that leads us into our bump and stump of the week. Our bump of the week has to go to Oral Roberts. They went out and beat 2nd seeded Ohio State, 7th seed Florida, two of the best university athletic programs in all of America, and Oral Roberts triumphed on that, and they punched their ticket to next Saturday in the Sweet 16. They take on 3rd seed Arkansas this Saturday in the Sweet 16, and how are you not rooting for ORU unless they absolutely murdered your bracket like they did to mine? But forgive and forget, you boys get our bump of the week. Our stump of the week has to go to Kevin Holland. What a weird performance he put on in the main event slot for UFC Vegas 22. He was the favorite heading into the fight, but spent most of his energy flapping his gums and dancing into the octagon. Brunson dominated him in a unanimous decision victory. If Holland wants to take that next step in his MMA career, he needs to get serious. Otherwise, 5 years from now, you'll find him performing at your local crappy comedy club. Holland, man, you are our stump of the week. Get serious. Our appetizer this week is March Madness, and the action continued today. Oregon punched their ticket to the Sweet 16. It's their 4th Sweet 16 appearance and their last 5 tournament appearances. Gonzaga took care of business against Oklahoma earlier today, and the rest of the round of 32 wraps up today and runs into this evening. The last game of the day sees 6th seed USC take on the 3rd seed Kansas. Tip-off is at 9:40 Eastern Time. The tournament will continue in the Sweet 16 this Saturday. And make sure you tune in to Sports Tree tomorrow to check on your March Madness brackets. For our entree of the week, we're going to take in a little tennis action. The ATP Miami Open started today and runs through April 4th. There is an abundance of young talent in the field. Mackenzie McDonald won his first match today in straight sets. The 25-year-old is the tournament's top seed. 2nd seed Brazilian Thiago Seyboth Wild was born in 2000. He's just 21 years old and also won his match today in straight sets. Stay tuned across Sports Tree's social media platforms for updates in the tournament. For our dessert of the week, we are fired up to announce that the NWHL will be playing their finals. Their semifinals goes Friday and their finals on Saturday. The top teams will take the ice Friday for a semifinal matchup. Saturday will feature the championship matchups from the winners. NBC Sports has announced that an all-female broadcast team will be covering the games in Boston, which is absolutely huge for women in the industry and young girls watching at home. It sends a very strong message. So congratulations for everybody getting this going. First up Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, the Boston Pride and the Toronto Sixes face off to start the semifinals. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Connecticut Whale battle the Minnesota Whitecaps. And as we said before, the final will go down at Saturday at 7 p.m. Good luck, ladies. And that brings us into our NHL and NBA fantasy up and downs. First guy that you have to put up and into your lineup is Yanni Gourde. The Tampa Bay Lightning forward has scored a goal in each of his last 3 games. And with the stacked deck that is the Tampa Bay roster, he has potential to keep this up no matter where or who he plays with. Our down has to go to Sabres captain Jack Eichel. Before head coach Ralph Krueger was let go, he alluded that Jack Eichel will be out for the foreseeable future, saying we can't put a date on that, meaning his return. Buffalo is also lost in the franchise and haven't won a game since February 23rd. That leads us to our MKF play of the day. For our MKF play of the day, we're going to take a look at between the New York Rangers and the Buffalo Sabres. Adam Fox has gone over his line in 3 straight games, while Rasmus Ristolainen has struggled like the rest of the Buffalo Sabres, so make sure you take less on his MKF line. For NBA fantasy up and down, Danny Green has had 11 points in 5 out of his last 6 games. The 3-time champ is getting hot at the right time, so make sure you put him up and into your lineup. As for our down, make sure you put down Andre Drummond. The guy is 96% owned in Yahoo Fantasy, but hasn't played in over a month. It's becoming crunch time in the NBA, and playoffs are around the corner in fantasy, so make sure you get a guy into your lineup that will produce. For our trivia question this week with our baseball show Wing Wednesday presented by Halo Fishing from American Bait Works premiering this Wednesday, let's mix in an MLB question. What teams from the same state in 2000 played for the World Series? Who won the World Series for an extra entry? That's it, folks. Answer that question, you're in to win a pair of NHL tickets on Sports Tree. Remember, upgrading your subscription is an upgrade in your chances to win on our web app, bracket challenge, and the trivia raffle prizes. Folks, thank you so much for joining this week's edition of the Monday Morning Wrap. I'm Connor Roundtree, and that's a wrap.
Order up.